and a chance to prove they're the dominant squad. I think it's going to get pretty heated at some point here tonight.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young is out there with Thompson. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Hunter. And it's Jaquez in at the 3 spot. Clark, the Sixers proposing to build a new arena by 2031 in the Fashion District area of City Center in Philadelphia.
And you know, Kevin, currently all this city's major sports teams play in the sports complex here in South Philly. The Sixers are hoping for their own building in the center of things.
Philadelphia with the ball. Back to O'Neal. It's not going to go for him. Isaac with some nice D. Pass to Hunter. But he jams it down right over Jermaine O'Neal.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Now here's Paul. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Over Young. Rebound by the Hawks. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Jaquez the pass to Young. Here's Hunter, and it's Hunter with the jam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Out of bounds will be 76ers ball. And with most of the season in the books, the power rankings have really taken shape. Take a look at the 76ers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for the Hogs, they believed they were the best team entering the year. Others believed it too, and we've seen nothing to dissuade that assumption.
Now, here is Young. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
And hard to miss the wide open man that time. Kudos to Young for finding it.
Paul against Young. Fires from 18. And that's off the glass and in. Paul's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Paul outside. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Embiid from outside.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Hunter, and it's Hunter with the jam.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Paul dishes to Embiid. Shoots the 3. Wow, through the contact and that 3 up. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Most game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action.
The previous play is under review.
Real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you gotta acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Once again.
And that one falls for Paul.
You know, Chris Paul has probably forgotten more about basketball than most of us know. He's an encyclopedia of knowledge for the game.
And he nails the 3rd.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Isaac outside. Shoots over O'Neal. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And Isaac takes no time getting his shot off. He's got a lethal, quick release.
Passes it to O'Neal. Here's Embiid. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
The shot's good from McGinnis.
That's how you run the pick and roll. Maxey capping it off with the perfect pass.
And here's the fast break. Maxey leading the way. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Isaac touched it last. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
To the inside, here's McGinnis. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Fires the three. Buries it from three-point range. Isaac's got 7.
Well, you know what? I think you've got to have that shot in your game, even if you are a big guy now. And Isaac demonstrating that he does have that in his game.
So the end of the season, Greg, is in sight now. Are players glad to see the finish line approaching?
I think it all depends on where you're at in the standings, Kevin. I mean, playoff-bound teams are eager to wrap things up, but those on the bubble probably wish they had more padding in their schedule.
You can really tell Iverson approaches the game with a single-minded focus. It can be intimidating trying to defend a guy with his level of skill and determination.
Now Maxey. After the missed 3 from Klay Thompson.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low. Really difficult for them to defend.
Here's Hunter. The basket good. Off the assist from Young.
Assist goes to
Young's got his 6th assist on the night. Goes up from the top of the key, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
As a scorer, Iverson has great concentration. He's totally fixated on finding the shot, and that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Iverson passes to McGinnis. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. A shot missing. To the middle. And then Hunter with the jam.
assisted by.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The pass to McGinnis. Shoots over Isaac.
You know, you look at Isaac, and the first thing you notice, guys, is his length. This guy is really long, and that helps him on the defensive end.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Hawks lead by 2. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
On the court right now for the Hawks, Jonathan Isaac is out there with Hunter. Then there's Murray. Then there's Black. And it's Jaquez in at the 3.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And here is Paul. After DeJounte Murray was able to get the triple. Here's McGinnis. And that one, good. McGinnis has got 8. The Hawks leading by 3. Black kicks to Murray. From outside, off the mark. Philadelphia's shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Pass to Collins. And that one goes long.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
And so here's Atlanta. after the Sixers pick up 2. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Joel Embiid.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Fox is checked in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Tyrese Maxey's 6 a.m. workouts give him an edge. His motto, I prepare in front of nobody to perform in front of thousands. He says he's done 3 workouts before someone else even opens their eyes to prepare to work out. He said, I feel like that creates a psychological advantage when I step on the court. I have no reason to fear anybody. Kevin?
No reason at all. Hey, thanks, D.A. Steve Nash checked in for Philadelphia. Pass to McGinnis. Here is Sigma. And it's Big Dog with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
O'Neal's checked in for McGinnis. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at Atlanta, very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, there's the 76ers, a couple spots below.
And I think for the 76ers, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
You know, the way they've handled just about every challenge that's been thrown at them this year, I don't see how they could be considered front runners for the title.
Now, here's Hunter. He's guarded closely, and he can extend the lead to double digits. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 8-point game. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
Chris Paul, so smart as a point guard. Any weaknesses in the defense, he's going to exploit.
Here's the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Paul. He's got 9, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And with the big collisions we see in the paint, and Greg, there are some. Some have argued for changing the charge rule. Did you see that?
You know, there's talk of extending the restricted area. I've even heard some say ban charges by help defenders. I like the former idea. It seems less extreme.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Irving comes in for Nash. And Iverson's subbed in for Maxey. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Now let's take a look at the list of players who have been absolutely lighting it up. These are the NBA scoring leaders over the last 10 games. You take a look at Hunter, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. How about Joel Embiid? A high-reward pick turns into a superstar.
Yeah, that's well said, Greg. I mean, he sat out 2 years before even seeing the NBA court. Sustained a foot injury before being drafted. Persevered through that and is now one of the most dominant big men and players in the game.
Timeout called the 76ers. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Iverson outside. Black grabs the board. Atlanta leading by 9. Passes it to Hawkes. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And so it's Atlanta with it after the miss from Allen Iverson. Murray, good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
It's tipped. They get it back. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Atlanta Hawks.
And guys, it's crazy. He really was a late bloomer. You know, Irving didn't have the big-time amateur career you hear about with some stars. But boy, he's more than made up for it.
The Hawks leading by 11. Here's Hawkins. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
And he can't hit the second. And he nails the third. The Hawks have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Shot from the wing, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Here's Iverson, and the dunk by Iverson.
Boy, the quickness of Iverson. What a blur this guy is. Slithering his way through the defense and never afraid to drive it inside despite being a small guy.
Murray for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Murray's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Here's Irving. Rebound by the Hawks. Hunter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Black the pass to Isaac. Here's Hunter. And again, it's Atlanta.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back to the action in just a minute.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race. Okay, hold up. We have a major situation here in the studio. Someone took my notebook. Who has it?
Did you check everywhere, Ernie? Because I did not take it.
Don't look at me, Kenny. I didn't touch it.
Did you look under your desk?
Oh, what do you know? That's exactly where it is. Never mind. And pivoting back to our first half here, goes without saying, a lot to like for the Hawks.
They built a nice lead. I like their rhythm on offense. Kind of like us on the set. We're in the flow.
Big fella, that was well said. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And you know, Big Dog has been really making it happen, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Irving is out there with Jermaine O'Neal. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Paul after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And the pass to O'Neal. Iverson against Hunter. Embiid tries again. This is where Embiid wants the ball.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Bangs home the trifecta.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Iverson, no luck. The Hawks leading by 15. Murray finds Hunter. Over Embiid. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here is Hachimura. After Julius Irving's miss, the shot by Okongwu, no good. And stolen by Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Oh, Clark!
Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me? Woo-hoo!
Paul for three. Hunter grabs the miss. Hunter's got 8 rebounds in this game. Murray kicks to Okongwu. Murray against O'Neal. Here's Hachimura. Puts up a 3. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by Murray. And the Hawks lead by 20. Pass to O'Neal. With the shot. And the shot goes in from Embiid. Embiid's got 8.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Here's Hachimura. Again, the Hawks score.
And a solid shooter from mid-range. Hachimura with textbook fundamentals.
Paul surveying the floor. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Embiid, again, Philadelphia.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. He's getting to a spot, shooting the ball with confidence. Excellent turnaround for him.
A wide open look here for Okongwu. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to O'Neal, and here's Embiid. He's covered by Murray. Rejected by Murray.
Murray is tireless on the defensive end, and you don't want this guy guarding you because he's so pesky. What a rejection.
Okongwu, the pass to Hachimura. Hunter for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. O'Neal's got his 5th rebound in this one. Teardrop shot, and it's good. 2 points. He's got 11.
And Paul with the good touch on the floater. Guys, that's a difficult shot to make, that floater, but it's one of his many go-to shots. Hey, get that pass anywhere near the rack. Embiid gonna stuff it.
Murray kicks to Hachimura. Atlanta again missing. The 76ers trail by 20. Iverson dishes to O'Neal. Hachimura the pass to Thompson. Murray for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Thompson outside. And Thompson slams it home.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
And it's Iverson missing. Iverson against Thompson. A three-pointer, no good. With 4 seconds on the clock, and it's laid in by Paul. And that's 13 points for Chris Paul.
You know what? Even as he's advanced in his career, you got to be impressed with Paul's ability to still dominate on offense.
And so it's Atlanta riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So it's Philadelphia now. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. In the backcourt, it's the stars, Young and Murray. Hunter's out there with Okongwu. And it's Hachimura in at the 3. Shot clock at 6. Here's McGinnis, and it's off the back rim, no good.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And that one's good, Hachimura.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Yes, that goes in.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Passes to Hunter, fires from 14, and it's Hunter with the jam.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Iverson's checked in for the 76ers. That's good for McGinnis. And one of the big changes to college basketball, Clark, as you know, the NIL, name, image, and likeness. It seems like that would impact the choice to enter the NBA draft.
I don't think there's any question it's had that impact. Some guys that were borderline draft picks now not being penalized for being on scholarship can monetize their name, image, and likeness and do so to the tune of some fairly significant dollars in some cases. And even if the money is not NBA large, it still could close the gap for a family of a player that might be struggling and could use some additional income.
Young, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
Well, Maxey continues improving as a facilitator, finding these opportunities to get the ball moving.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And how about that instant response? Don't try to throw down on his team. It just gets them fired up.
And that's the result. They launch an assault on the basket.
I think the stakes just got raised a little bit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The dish now to Murray. Over Nash. And there's Murray on the assist from Young. Murray's got 4 this quarter.
You know, he's really capable from the mid-range. And I think the more Murray shoots from there, the more of a threat he'll be and the more well-rounded offensively he'll be. Since halftime, they've been chucking up more shots from beyond the arc. Trying to score in chunks. I don't know if that's the recipe.
Hunter kicks to Murray. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Murray's got 12 points here in the second half. Maxey passes to Sigma. Rebound, Atlanta.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Traps in the tray. Young's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time. just like it's biting them now.
Maxey, no good. The Hawks have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. And Young kicks to Hachimura. It's hauled in by Sigma. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Nash. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got 3 assists now in this one. Young way outside. Here's Hunter. Can't get it to fall. For Philadelphia, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And here's Iverson outside. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
I don't think he's a point guard or shooting guard. Iverson is a scoring guard. That's what he does. He can hurt you in a lot of different ways.
Here's Okongwu. Good.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Sigma the pass to Nash. Sweet little floater. Nash has got 6 points in the quarter.
And Nash is such a clever player, a sensational floater from such an unpredictable player.
Here's Hunter. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Well, he's got such a nice combination. Length and a soft touch from close range. That's hard to deal with.
Got a piece of it. And here's Young from the arc. Rebound by the 76ers.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Connects from three-point range.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Sigma's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Maxey passes to Sigma. Out to Nash. The 3. Hachimura grabs the miss. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Iverson against Hunter. The floater. Okongwu grabs the board. Atlanta leading by 23. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you very much, guys. Trey, what does a win like this mean in terms of where this team is heading?
I think we're headed in the right direction. I'm super excited about the future here in Atlanta, the future in this team, and I mean, we're headed in the right direction.
Certainly looks like it, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.
Pass well.